Hey guys, this is the third question we're going to have a look at here, and it's also about looking at finding specific terms, or more explicitly, the coefficient of a given term. Alright, so let's have a look. We're going to get a little bit more complicated now with the sort of things we're looking at. So let's have a look at this one. Let's do b over 2 minus 2a to the power 9, and let's say we want the coefficient of the b to the 4 a to the 5 term. Okay, alright, so how are we going to approach this thing? Alright, well, if we have a look at our terms, the first thing we notice is the b has only a power of 1 and the a has a power of 1. In fact, that makes our job a lot nicer to deal with. Okay, there's a couple of ways you can think about it. We need a b4 here, so I need b over 2. I think, what do I need to raise the power here to get the b over 4? And similarly, I've got negative 2a that I need to raise to the power to get an a to the 5. Now, keeping in mind that our two exponents always have to add together to give 9, don't they? Alright, I think it's pretty clear to see that in this case, b has got to, the power of the b over 2 has got to be 4, and the power of the negative 2a has got to be 5. Okay, now what does this actually tell us? Because of course we've got to find the coefficient. Alright, well, I like to look at this here because this is our r value. We know that r equals 5. That gives us a clue as to which term it is. Okay, remember this has gone from 0, it's gone from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, the exponents. So of course that gives us 6 terms. And formally remember that term r plus 1, it's the number of terms is always one more than what we've got there. So we are after term 5 plus 1, term 6. Okay, so let's go and find term 6. Term 6 is going to be n, in this case is 9. 9 choose, what is our r value here? Our r value is 5. And we've got b over 2 to the power of 4 and negative 2a to the power 5. Straight away you have a look at this. You know whether your coefficient is going to be positive or negative, don't you? Alright, when we do 9, choose 5 on our graphing calculator as we did before. We've got 126 times b to the power of 4 over 16 times negative 32 a to the power 5. Alright, so now let's pull out of this, because we don't want the whole term, we only want the coefficient, don't we? So the coefficient is going to come from this part, and this part, and this part. So we've got 126 times negative 32 all over 16, and of course our algebra part, the algebra part of our term, is the b to the 4, a to the 5 part, which is what we're looking for up there. And when we find our coefficient, all of this here, our coefficient then becomes a bit of calculator work, I think negative 252. Done. Alright, let's go and have a look at a little bit more challenging question now. So let's head down a bit. Alright, a little bit trickier one. This time, let's say we've got a squared minus 1 over b cubed to the power 7. The first thing you'll notice is that this time, unlike the last one, the a term is not a power of 1, the b term is not a power of 1. So we're going to have to, up our thinking a little bit here. Alright, so let's say we want the coefficient of the a8 over the b9 term. Okay, so this is what we're looking for. What's the coefficient of that? Okay, so let's start our thinking process. All right, there's a couple of ways you can go. You can either work from the A term or the B term. Right, I'm going to go here just so I'm not dealing with fractions here. So I've got a squared, and I know that I have to raise that to a power to get a to the 8. Okay, so straight away we know the exponent there has to be 4. All right, well, if the exponent of the A term is 4, what is the exponent of the B term? The exponent of the A term is 4. The exponent of the B term has to be, of course, 7 minus 4, 3, because we know the two exponents always have to add up to 7. Okay, now this is our R value, isn't it? So straight away we have R is equal to 3. So what term do we want? Of course we want R plus 1. So we want the 4th term. And then it's a matter of using our formula. We have NCR, so we've got 7C 3, A squared to the power of 4, 1 over B cubed to the power of 3. Now, are we going to get any coefficients from this here? This part is going to give us our A to the 8, and that's 1 over B to the 9. So there's our B to the 9. But we just want the coefficient. So the coefficient is this here. So we didn't even really need this part here. And when we put it in the calculator, we get 7 choose 3 is equal to 35. So the answer to our question, the coefficient of that is 35.